What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel for, preview number, 4 or 5 I've been doing on this channel because I cannot wait for the game. And actually, there's not much to talk during an international break. So the only thing to talk about was actually the big game or, making up kind of stuff. Actually, today, with all the interviews, there's a lot to talk about. Just a day before we play, but during the last 2 weeks, not much to talk about, only building up to this game. And it's here. It's almost tomorrow. It's almost Friday here, so I'm gonna say it's almost tomorrow. With me, 3 positive guys to discuss the game. How are you guys doing?
Nothing crazy over here.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I've been everywhere the last 2 weeks, so the international break has gone by.
Yeah. Ali always asks us, how are we? But we never ask back, how are you, Ali?
Exactly. How are you
tonight?
Are you okay? All good?
I'm always good. I'm always fine. Until match day, then things change. But for once, I'm extremely positive, or I'm extremely confident. I will. Maybe it will come back to bite me in the you know what. But I'm confident. I've been confident before the international break, even though I don't think the Genoa game was good. I was still confident for this game, so I'm not going to change. I'm not going to change it, despite the issues we have, which we're going to discuss. Issues. I don't know if I need to call it issues, because we have options. It's just what is going to happen, etc. But other than that, like Norbert said, I just cannot wait until Saturday. I'm actually not even like usually I'm nervous for games. I'm not nervous. I'm just excited. I just want to watch the game and see where we are. That's all I want to see, or that's what I'm waiting for on Saturday. Because I do think. Does anyone think this is already a key game? Because I explained it in my preview with Anthony why I think it's a key game. I have a vision on that. So does anyone of you guys think it's a key game, or is it way too soon for it to be a key game?
I think it's a key game, yeah, but not. It's not like a key game that it will decide anything. I think it's just a key game. So who can start their season better and with a ready to win mindset, and yeah, I truly believe it's us, and we can win this.
Yeah, I think it's an important game in the sense of, like, maybe it can give us a boost, and maybe we're like, oh, we can compete this year. Maybe we can win something. So yeah, I think it's more like that. I don't think it's like points wise or something will end with that game, or something we will win something. But yeah, I think it's more like a positive vibe, and the feeling that, okay, we're here and Inter is not here, or maybe we are not there.
It's a head-to-head after all, so this result is something we may be looking back by the end of the season. And, any game against Inter is an important game, whether it's match day 1, 2, 3, 38, you still want to beat them. And I'm feeling confident, so, yeah.
I remember watching, I don't know if anyone remembers that, preseason, like Trofeo Biramoretti. I don't know if anyone remembers that. We play, us, Inter and Milan played, and they played like a game of half an hour, and they switched. I don't know, like, those were good times. Even those games, I want to know, because during those preseason games, I was on holiday and I stayed at home to watch that. And when I think about it, I'm like, what the hell was I actually watching? Like half an hour games. But I wanted to win those games because it was against Inter, it was against Milan. So for me, not just for me, I think for everyone, it's Inter Juve. And if it's a preseason game, it's at match day 35 with nothing at stake. There's always something at stake, So I don't think, like Tudor said, I think he said it today as well. He said these games to prep are actually very easy because, yeah, I mean, who's ahead of you and what is at stake. If you cannot get up for those type of games, then you're doing something wrong. I think he said that 2 weeks ago, or after the Genoa game, he was asked about Inter. He said, easier to prep than these type of games, So we'll see if it's going to be easy to prep, because I call it chaos, headache. Having too many options and too much time to think about how you're going to replace Conceição and Zhegrova also not being there potentially, is that a negative thing or a positive thing, Norbert?
I think it's positive because he had time to think about every option. And I truly don't believe that Openda will start. I think it will be Vlahovic. And it will be two striker with Yildiz behind, and I'm truly excited about that. I think it can be really good. And yeah, I think it can only be good that he had this much time to think about everything. So let's go.
Yeah, I think it's a bit negative because I want to have like our whole attack, to see what we can do against Inter. But maybe it's too soon for Tudor as well. So like he hasn't really coached those players like for a long time. So maybe they would not have played like that much anyway. So yeah, maybe it's positive for him. Maybe he knows what he wants to do. So yeah, I just win the game. I actually don't care how, but just win.
Yeah, I mean, ideally you'd want to have all your attackers available for such a game. I'm very curious to see how Zhegrova looks. So yeah, I guess we'll have to wait a bit longer for that. But yeah, I think this forces us into something we haven't seen in a while, or like haven't seen at all maybe, which is a double striker formation. So yeah, I'd like to see that with Yildiz as a 10. I think Vlahovic is going to start considering his form, and like you said, Norbert, because Openda, just signed. So
yeah,
we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So, but yeah, regardless, I think it would work well any combination we put out. Really, we have 6 high quality attackers. So yeah.
Am I the only one who will absolutely be stunned if he sees Vlahovic in the starting lineup? Because I will be stunned if I see Vlahovic in the starting lineup.
I think so. Yeah,
I agree.
I told you.
I wouldn't be.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if I see him genuinely. Like he's scored. I know we all have our opinions.
Well, but it's not. Wait. I'm not saying stunned in terms of like what the hell is he doing there? Like he has shown actually not that in that scenario, but playing too, because he's not gonna drop David, I think. And I'll keep going back to the statement of him saying David is playing as a striker this season. That's it. No experience, basically. That's it. His position. Playing with 2 up top, it changes the way we want to play completely. Like absolutely completely. And actually going into the Inter game, I don't think that's really the best of options. Openda's just joined, but has anyone watched the interview or the presentation today? Does anyone watch? Not read the quotes, just watch it.
No.
I mean, I like go back if you have time to watch it and watch Openda's part. That guy is ready to play. Like he's eager to play. He's extremely focused. Actually, I saw a podcast or listened to a podcast, a Belgian podcast over here. For a person who knows his management or his agent, whatever you want to call it, and he said he was locked in from the moment he got that phone call. He was ready. The mindset was, I'm ready for it. And what I did find interesting today in his interview, he said, I know I'm not going to play week in, week out. He said, we're with too many to assume basically I'm going to play week in, week out. He said, but I don't care. He said, this is Juve. It is what it is, basically. And we're all here together, in it to win it, So why not give him a shot? Because right now, like whatever you're going to do something you haven't done. Playing Vlahovic and David up top, you haven't done as well. So why not make it more sense to just play Openda? Because yes, he's a striker, but he can play more on the right-hand side or behind, a little bit more natural compared to what you're trying to do with Jonathan David and Vlahovic up top. Because I don't see how that really is going to work with those two up top, if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah, for me, it's just he joined not that long ago. I don't know his fitness level, to be honest, and I know that Tudor demanding a lot these days. So, but it makes sense that Vlahovic should not start because we just don't have any subs up top right now. So it's Zagro out and Chico out and Milik, I don't know where is he, to be honest, and I don't really care. But yeah, we only have Openda, so or Vlahovic, if either of those guys start. So I just don't know. It can be either, or maybe they both sit. That's also possible.
I think that's more likely.
Yeah.
Right now, I have a feeling he's going to do something mad, like something crazy, like Allegri style. Remember when out of the blue, you're like, what the heck? What? Wait, what? Who's playing in that position? Like Allegri did it in the past multiple times. And most of the times, to be honest, it worked out for that one game. I need to give him credit for that. But I have a feeling something rather crazy is going to pop up than something that might sound more logical.
Cope minus 10. Cope as a 10.
I do believe that's a serious option. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah. I just wanted to ignore it, but like, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Or do like Mott and just bench Yildiz.
Oh my god.
Oh.
No.
Yildiz and Thuram, huh? A good 2
Yeah. They're playing too well, so somebody needs to stop them.
It's time.
Yeah. It's time, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, to be honest. Yeah, one thing I don't want to see is Cope Miners or McKennie up top. That's really
no. Nightmares.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah.
No, you go.
I think he might play João Mario, but from the bench, maybe on the wing. I think he will do something like that because I think he will play probably McKennie or as a wing back or something. I don't think Kosti will play. I'm gonna say that. I just don't see it. I'm not convinced that he will do that. So
before we go into like that scenario, does anyone think not what approach you would take, but do you think Tudor is going into this game with a more kind of safe approach, or like play Kalulu, play that, or even when he plays Kalulu, let's say going in with the mindset of we're at home, we're gonna press, and we're gonna do our thing, and we will see how it goes with Inter. But our idea is to press, win the ball back, recover it quickly, and use the technique and quote unquote speed we should have up front to put them in trouble.
I mean, he didn't really risk anything against Genoa and Parma, so I think nothing will change, to be honest.
I think he will go for it. To be honest,
you're going with the fun answer, are you? Huh?
Yeah, I think he will go for it. But I think he's not like going to risk too much. I think he will play again Kalulu as a right wing back or something like that. But I just think he will go for it way more. I think he will press way more. I think he wants to see what can we do, to be honest. But he also knows like that this game is like a must win because when you play Inter, like you have to win. It is what it is. So I think he will go for it. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I can see either. I could see. I don't know. Thing is, like in my head, I'm just imagining like McKennie and Kalulu as wingbacks, and I'm like, is that really good for it? But I don't know. If he plays, the indicator for me is if João Mario starts. Then you're pretty much going for it. So we'll see. I can very much imagine both. So I'm gonna be the mediator between you two guys, and I'll say for first half we're gonna be cautious, and then we're gonna go for it. Second half.
I think we're gonna go for it.
Yeah,
I think that's gonna be the approach to the game. I really think.
I'd love to see that.
I don't think it's smart to somehow give this Inter side some positives. after the game they had against Udinese, the break to think about it rather than actually maybe work about it. Because I don't know, did anyone see that Gazzetta dello Sport article saying that the international break was much tougher for Inter because international break, playing time, all that, etc. So I'm like, cool, I guess. But it's a thing of they lost against Udinese and they actually deserved to lose. I don't know if anyone watched that game. They didn't really have any solutions to turn that game around. Just when Esposito came in, just putting it into the mixer and hoping Esposito did something rather than actually break them down. So for me, if I'm Tudor, I'm just going for it. I'm not gonna give them any opportunity Inter to get into that game, to get in some sort of groove, because at the end of the day, they still have quality players. They still have a quality squad. They're different because the coach left and etc. So that's that. But I mean, you're at home. The pressure is on. The expectations are high-ish. They're on. I think you need to go for it, because away to Inter last season, okay, it was different. We actually went for it. Remember that first half? For some reason, we conceded. The reason we conceded goals were ridiculous mistakes from Danilo and Kalulu, for example. But we went for it. We played freely. It was just in the second half when we, they stepped it up and we stepped it down a little bit that we couldn't keep up with it anymore. So that's my biggest thing. You go for it at home because, you're at home. Like, you're at home. I was at the Roma game last season. We didn't go for it. I can tell you that. That was one of the most boring games I've watched live. Actually, that was the most boring game I watched live. It was. And I've seen us lose against Napoli in the last minute. When Di Maria's goal got disallowed, minutes before that. That was a bad game. Napoli was actually poor on the day. We were poor. But that Roma game was bad because there was nothing going on. Like, there was no moment where I was like, oh my God, we're going to score. So, like, go for it. At the end of the day, we have 6 points. They have 3. They have more doubts than we, because they lost against Udinese at home. They didn't lose against Napoli at home or any other team. And this is only their first away game of the season as well. They played at home twice.
Yeah. Also, if you beat them like very convincingly, like you actually beat them, I think it could like destroy them almost. So why not? Like, go for it. But I really want to win that game. So yeah, whatever we do, just win. That's for me.
I think this is the time to try and win when they are off a bad start, let's say, after an international break. We have to push for it.
Yeah.
Does anyone know? Oh no, you go. I will look it up. Well,
no, just like if you just look at the vibes, I know that's a horrible metric to look at things, but the vibes are on both clubs.
Look at the vibes. This
look
vibe
at the
here,
vibes
that
are
vibe
on
there.
both clubs. We have the upper hand.
Yeah.
In our first 2 games, we had a decent transfer window. They didn't. They had a questionable manager appointment. They had like drama after the Champions League final as well. So like now, you guys say is the time. Like we should really go for the throat. So I hope we do that.
Best game ever, man.
Yeah, so the vibes metric has us.
I just wish Cambiasso would be there, But
if he was there.
I agree.
Did you see we got awarded with the Fair Play Award? I thought that was ironic considering the last game.
Yeah.
So I was trying to look up how many games we've won after an international break the last 5 seasons, but
that's a very niche statistic. I like it.
Yeah. I need more time to look it up. It's not easy on the fly.
Ask an AI. Maybe they know.
I don't think ChatGPT will have the answer to that.
Yeah, to be fair, it's only updated to 2024 or something.
Yeah, but ChatGPT only knows the answers to the most pointless stuff. Like, yeah, I mean, I will try to look it up during I don't know. I will look it up because I have actually a stat app, but I need time to actually put it in. But okay, that's that. Literally going back to the back, because I saw Norbert having discussion in the private group, in the members group. By the way, people, more people became members, but you need to reach out on Discord or any social media so I can add you into it. But I do appreciate you becoming members. But I saw Norbert having a discussion with someone talking about wingbacks and whatever, and wingers. So what are we going to do now, Cambiaso? Is Kalulu going to start? Is Joao Mario going to start? Do you think they should be starting? Because Joao Mario defensively, well, this early on, we know what he is or who he is right now. But to be honest, I don't think Dumfries is good defensively either. Actually, I don't rate him one bit defensively. Like, I will be completely honest. And on his day, he looks fantastic. Off his day, as a fan, you probably want to punch him, because it's horrible. It's actually horrible, and Inter fans will probably agree with it. So when people are like, oh, Joao Mario is defensively not, good enough, fine, but I don't think Dumfries is defensively good enough. Now, offensively, Dumfries on his day is ridiculous. We know that. So what will you do with that back line, Norbert? Will you take a calculated risk or just go for it?
I have a big problem because I really don't like Kalulu as a wingback, and I really don't like Joao Mario on the left side. So I want a solution where, let's say, what I would do is Kelly would start as a left wingback, Kalulu would start as a left center back, and then Joao Mario as a right wingback. That's what I would do. I know this will not happen, but
No.
Never happening.
No way.
But I just hate Kalulu on the right wing back position, and really Joao Mario is horrible on the left. So yeah.
Dude, no. You're sick.
I think you and I are gonna have the same lineup, probably.
Yeah, I think. I think play McKennie on the left, play Joao Mario on the right, and just I don't know. Yeah, figure it out. I don't know, because Kalulu on the left. I think Kalulu cannot play on the left. He cannot play on the left, in my opinion. Kelly left back is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. You're not doing that. You're not just not doing that.
Well, he can't defend, but he can run with the ball.
Yeah, I don't care. So. I'm not doing that.
For me, just McKennie, this is the energy and all that, just to contain Dumfries, and Joao Mario, at least, we can have an actual offensive option, like as a wing back and stuff, Because if you have Kalulu and McKennie as wing backs, good luck.
Yeah, also McKennie is fresh. Like, he has not really played, so maybe it's an opportunity to tell him, like, okay, run. So, yeah.
That's the one thing he's good at. So.
By the way, I found the answer. I think it's accurate. Yeah, I did it on the fly. So the last five years, so from 2021 to past season, then we played 18 games after an international break. How many do you think we won?
12.
7.
10.
Well, Spiros is spot on. 10. We won 10 games.
50% win. Oh no, math is off.
A bit more.
Yeah, I know. I thought it was 20.
A bit more, but actually, pretty decent. I think if I go back 5 years before that, I think it will be like 14 or something, at least out of 18, whatever it was. So it's pretty. I actually have the games as well, to be honest. Wait, let me unpack it. We came back. We won against Sampdoria. We drew against Crotone. We beat Cagliari. We drew Torino. We lost to Napoli. We won against Roma. Won against Lazio. Lost against Inter in 22. We lost to Inter coming back from a break. We won against Verona. We won against Bologna. Won Lazio. Won Milan. Drew against Inter. Lost to Lazio. Drew Empoli. Won Lazio. Drew Milan. 1 against Genoa. So the only thing missing
we
after break
haven't
is a win.
beaten after an international break in the last 5.
We could complete the set on Saturday.
Yeah.
But yeah, actually 10 is better than I was expecting when I was trying to search it up. I was looking at I was expecting like 8, like Norbert said, ish.
Yeah.
So 10 is pretty decent considering how we've been the last couple of I remember Barcelona's record being extremely poor. I saw that stat somewhere on Twitter. I don't know if they boosted up. It was a year ago, but that record was horrible. It's like they forgot how to play football coming back from an international break. They lost and they drew the most random of teams with crazy score lines as well. But it does take away, a bit of a focus, whatever. I think if you're a dominant side, it doesn't take anything away. That's why I said if you're a team searching for some sort of identity, it's not good. I remember last season we were bad in international break. We were like, oh my God, good, get away. Well, good for us. We get away. But the issue is the players get away as well. They come back. They're still bad. Like they didn't become good as a group overnight just because they all were scattered across the earth. So it's going to be interesting. It doesn't help, obviously, a break, and then you have 2 new players in there. One who may need to play, a lot just by default. So that, I mean, I don't feel sorry for Tudor, by the way. It is what it is. You need to deal with it. You don't have to become a member to join the Discord. It's in the description, but the Discord is kind of,
it's that.
there is a group to talk about, but the members group is it's on WhatsApp. Everything has been moved to WhatsApp because it's much better. It's much easier to operate and deal with. It's much more fun, and you can win stuff. Hanin got her jersey. He picked a new one. He won. So he picked a new one that came out. Was it yesterday? Yesterday, right? That came out yesterday. Actually, I went on the Juve store because I just wanted to check the price, and it crashed. The store crashed. Like the Juve store crashed yesterday, which is crazy to me because you can get that jersey. I don't know, like people want it immediately. I'm like, is it that big of an issue if you get it 2 weeks later? Like, season is long to wear it. I guess everybody's crashing that website. Crazy, but good for the club. They sell, I guess.
So yeah.
So 10
I
wins.
just wanted to say, 10 is a lot better. And I just wanted to answer Unholy Fun about yes, Gatti needs to be benched for me as since last year. So yeah.
If everyone is fit, Kalulu's not going to play in that position, I'm assuming. Actually, if everyone is fit, how are we going to play? Let's say, that is the question. Like, who is he going to pick? Let's say Cambiaso's back, João Mario is a starter right now. What's going to happen? Must-win game.
No, I have my lineup.
So I'm hoping for Cabal that he can push Kelly out. Although Kelly has a pretty good start to the season, but still. But other than that, I think we've seen it. The rest just picks itself. For me, Cambiaso on the left, obviously, João Mario on the right because we don't have any better. João Mario should not start for Juventus, but here we are. And then the rest is obvious. Thuram, Locatelli, and then up top, Yildiz. And that's the question, who do you put there? I put Openda. Yildiz, Openda, and then Jonathan David.
Yeah, I think not even Tudor knows. I think he doesn't know. So I don't really know. I'm just guessing. So yeah, I don't think he knows. I think he needs to train the new players, see what makes his team balanced. So yeah, I don't know.
I guess the way we set up really depends on the opponent we're facing, because especially I feel like from the midfield downwards, it kind of builds itself. Personally, it would be Kelly, Cabal, whoever on the left. Bremer and Kalulu on the right, and wing backs João Mario and Cambiaso. But the attack, the combinations you have are just insane, and I love it. It's a good headache, as I said. So yeah, you could go with Yildiz, Zhegrova, David. I thought for me that's my front three. But also Openda, Yildiz, David sounds fun. So it should be exciting, I hope.
I will add more headache to it, I guess. Because I have a feeling that it's going to happen actually very soon. Just purely because there were rumors about Locatelli leaving, and from good sources also that the club, isn't really opposed to it. It's just that timing is a bit off. And the fact that Tudor keeps hammering on the fact that he keeps saying this is going to be Bremer season, but also Koopmeiners season. And the Koopmeiners season is actually off to a pretty okay-ish start, but it's in Locatelli's position. And if I'm being completely honest, the way we want to play, the way Tudor wants to play, it fits Koopmeiners better. Obviously, if Koopmeiners is up for it, that's the point I'm going to make, rather than Locatelli. Now, if you play him, it also takes away the build-up, in my opinion, as well, because Locatelli is better in picking off that ball from. When I say build-up, people are like, "Oh my god!" Somebody in the chat or in the comments said that you're acting like he's Pirlo. I'm like, no, he's not Pirlo. But in this team, he is the only thing the only player really that takes that ball off that back line and can move it a little bit, because the stats show it. People want to see Locatelli closer to goal. He is absolutely not playing that position one bit. He's not asked to do that. He's absolutely I want to see Locatelli closer to goal, the Sassuolo, but he's miles away from that position, literally on that pitch, So if you play Koopmeiners, I think it's better to pressing and get us higher up the pitch really quickly. But if you also play Koopmeiners, it means if you're in trouble at the back, playing out, you're under pressure, Koopmeiners is not going to bail you out most of the time. I think Locatelli can bail you out most of the time, even though fans are, saying, "Oh, but Locatelli is not good enough." Every single player that signs come out and it's like, I'm impressed by Yildiz, obviously, but Locatelli, that guy, wow. And the fan base goes crazy. It goes nuts.
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell are you talking about? And I'm not the biggest Locatelli fan. My issue was become consistent, and I think he became that. But every single player who joins, it's like his passing ability is top notch. And to be honest, if you look into the stats, it is top notch. Yeah. But what people want to see is, why are you not playing that key pass? Why are you not setting up one player 1v1 on goal? Well, he's not playing that position. It's as simple as that to me. So do you think Koopmeiners is going to take that position at more times than not, I would say? Not every single week, but let's say we play, for the sake of argument, 50 games a season, and Koopmeiners starts at least 25 games in that position. Will you be surprised?
So I think sometimes when Locatelli plays, we are missing some creativity, and when he comes in, you can see. When Koopmeiners comes in, you can see that what he can bring to the table. So potentially, if Locatelli continues to be a little shallow-ish, how he plays, I think Koopmeiners can play a lot more. But also, I was thinking, is there any chance that we're gonna play with the three midfielders against Inter? So only Yildiz and Jonathan David up front, and then Locatelli can be, he can collect the balls and all that stuff, and then Koopmeiners and Thuram can play a little more closer to Yildiz. I don't know, but yeah, I think Koopmeiners can play a lot, to be honest.
Yeah, I think I would not be surprised for Koopmeiners playing that kind of games, that main of games. But I think he will try many things, to be honest. I think he will also try, playing the three of them together. Maybe if it suits them, maybe he will keep it up. But yeah, I don't know. It's a headache, and also kind of a good problem to have. And also, what makes suddenly our team unpredictable. So yeah, why not? I don't know.
Yeah, again, this links back to what you said, Spiros, and this is similar to the attack, really. You have two different profiles in the same position. In one hand, it's a good thing because, you know, different profiles, you could manage each game scenario individually, and that's a good thing to have, which, you know, Cup Miners did in the last two games. He entered really well and kind of opened it up more when we were lacking that push forward. But yeah, I could see Cup Miners starting quite a few games and actually looking good, unlike last season. So I don't know. I just get the vibe that Cup Miners is slowly being teased to take his place. Like I've had this feeling since the Parma game, like, and the Genoa game just like cemented it a bit. So I wouldn't be surprised if he actually starts against Inter. So.
Ooh, I would say I would be surprised, but against Inter, I would be surprised.
Yeah, but like after the amount of talk recently, and like, oh, he could take his place. You know, if he starts, it wouldn't be like a huge shock to me.
I wouldn't be shocked if he starts against Dortmund, for example. I wouldn't be surprised.
Same.
I actually think he will play against Dortmund.
I feel like the Dortmund game suits Cup Miners more than the Inter game. Just for the way Dortmund play.
I've not watched. I only watched Dortmund play this against us this season. So, but usually they play. Yeah, I mean they play a style where there's a lot of space for the opponent, like a lot of space. Yeah. Actually, in the preseason game, there was a lot of space, like tons of space, like unbelievable amount of space at one time. But I mean that's a game for Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday, obviously. But yeah, I mean, tomorrow, I think 3:00, he will do his presser, if I'm not mistaken, Tudor. I don't think he's going to give up much. I don't think he's going to really do that. I think we will have about 5 journalists / outlets put out a lineup, and I'm going to say 3 would agree and 2 will disagree, you know, and they're having a different leaked lineup. Because there are so many options or scenarios, you know, possible for Saturday. The only scenario I care about is winning. So if that's with, you know, Kalulu playing or McKennie playing or Cup Miners playing, I don't really care that much at this moment in time. Now, if he starts somebody or he picks something or he sets up something up and it looks that bad and he doesn't switch it up soon enough, then obviously we will all care, you know. But I don't think Tudor is that type of coach. I think if something doesn't really work, I think he will address it much sooner than, let's say, a Motta did, because Motta tended to just stick with what he wanted to do, even though everybody was like, "This is not working," you know, just do something. I don't think Tudor is that type of coach. I think he will, you know, switch it up ASAP if he, for example, plays Cup Miners in a position he shouldn't be playing and he's struggling. I think he will change it up really quickly because there are other options out there as well, you know. And to be honest, the pressure is on. The pressure is on. Like we play Tuesday, so Saturday, Tuesday, and Saturday again. I think it's Verona away next Saturday. A game that you should be winning, but it's always tough, you know, difficult to go to Verona. So it's a big week. It can be a fantastic week. Actually, is there another Champions League game after Verona? No, right? Hope not. I think there's a week off, right? Otherwise, that will be overkill, I think. But
after Verona, Atalanta, which is a game I'm going to.
Oh, nice.
When do we play Atalanta?
27th.
That's a Saturday again?
Yeah, it's a Saturday. Yeah.
Oh boy, 6:00. Oh, why not? Horrible. And then it's Villarreal, and then it's Milan.
When do we play with Real Madrid?
Oh, I think that's like at the end of October somewhere.
It's the 22nd of October. That's the Wednesday game.
Okay. I thought it was like super.
we have 3 away games that week: Como, Madrid, and Lazio.
Oh,
Wow.
that's
a
tough.
tough week. That's a tough
That's
week.
very tough.
That is a ridiculous tough week.
Yeah, it is.
That's so
that
tough.
could be a horrible week for fans. But we're gonna worry about that later on. Anyways, people, prediction time. I didn't give my score prediction. I did that I'll do that in my preview, my last preview. I promise. But I did. I'm gonna say we're gonna win, but I will give my score prediction tomorrow or Sunday or Saturday morning. But what do you think, guys?
Yeah, 2-1. 2-1 from me. We're gonna win.
I don't want to jinx it. I'm going to say 2-0.
Oh, yeah, that's my prediction. So I put on the group 2-0, and I was very
way
quick.
too optimistic. What's wrong with us?
No, I just see it. Like I can imagine the scenarios and stuff. And
Yeah,
just 2-0.
usually don't predict games, but yeah, it is what it is.
I don't need this optimism on this channel.
Yeah, too much. I know.
This is new, huh?
This is very new.
But why? Kivo is the coach.
Nice feeling like getting into the season. It's different to the last 5 years for some reason. Like I wonder.
This life could end very badly, to be honest.
If we
like this.
Sundays,
by the end of October. By the end of October, this season can look really ugly already. To be honest.
Yeah, the fixtures are really tough.
Yeah, who said like Tudor is getting sacked? By someone said that. I don't know. I think it was Norby.
No, I said Allegri will be sacked in October.
Okay. Yeah. All right, yeah.
If he managed to get sacked in October, playing 1 game a week, then he needs to retire. He absolutely needs to retire.
You probably need to manage horses instead.
Yeah, it's time to retire, to be honest.
Optimistically 3-0, reality 2-2. I don't think it's going to be a lot of 2-2. I mean, that's not really positive conceding 2 goals at home. If I'm being
yeah,
that's not positive. But yeah, I mean, we're optimistic right now. Sunday's live show, whoever is hopping on could be crazy. Like we can be extremely depressed, or we can be extremely deluded and talking all kinds of smack for some odd reason. Yeah, like the thumbnail is ready. It will be title charge or what the hell is this?
Yeah.
There's no in between. There's no in between for Sunday. It's that. And then Monday it will be being crazy again, talking about we can beat Dortmund. No issues. Why would we?
This is we're reaching the Champions League final because I think it's obvious. Like it's Dortmund. It's Monaco. It's like 2015 again. So.
I didn't think of it that way. Dortmund and Monaco, yeah. And Madrid, that's a whole knockout.
If we beat Inter, we will talk about beating Madrid as well.
Actually, I think we can beat Madrid. I'm sorry. Like on a random day, I've watched in La Liga. They concede a lot of chances, a lot of them.
The thing is, then in the Champions League, something happens to the universe.
I get it, but on the day, you never know. They open up. We got lucky. Di Gregorio is Di Gregorio, and you win. I mean, it sounds unlikely because they have a much better squad, But I mean, yeah, I've seen crazy stuff. Obviously we're not the favorites in that type of game. Nobody believes we're the favorite. But on any given day, I don't think anyone's going to predict us beating Real Madrid. But Who knows?
If we beat them, the debut is gonna be crazy. We're gonna start saying some mad things,
Alex is saying we should have conceded at Genoa. I'm not sold on it. I disagree. I'm sorry.
It doesn't work like that.
No, I mean, I don't think we should have conceded. Like, what did we give away? That corner kick, and we did the crossbar. It's a set piece, but like, you're not gonna keep you're gonna keep a team out for 90 minutes, but not every single week. And against Parma, that Bremer block and the João Mario block against Genoa, and they hit the crossbar. I get it, but I was watching that game, and at no point was I like, we're gonna concede. I was like, we're not gonna score today. But at no point was I like, oh my god, we're gonna concede. I don't think that's when people say Kelly is fantastic. He hasn't been tested so far this season. He hasn't.
Yeah.
That backline has not been tested this season. And I do have issues with individuals and the way we set up and certain moments here and there. But to be honest, we haven't really been tested. It will happen on Saturday. So that's why I'm also looking forward to,
Yeah. There is no shoulda woulda in sports, so it's pointless. We didn't concede goals, so let's see.
This guy's saying, I'm 21 and I watch you lose 2 Champions League final. Well,
good for you. Only 2.
I 3. Yeah.
I've watched only 2 because I'm 23. So.
I remember 3.
Should I start counting? 97, 98. Yeah, I watched them all. 2003. I watched them all.
I was alive for 3 of them, and I witnessed 2 of them.
Like the first game, and there's no joke, I can really recall from start to finish where I was sitting, what I was saying was the final we lost against Milan. That's the first game I can vividly remember.
Yeah.
Actually, we taped that game. Is that long?
So, Asterix and Obelix is big in Belgium, no? When you were a kid.
Yeah.
So I had a VHS cassette with that, and I knew you had to break out some part of the cassette so you can record something on top of it. So 98 final against Madrid, I was recording it on this cassette, on this VHS, and I was hiding the case was hiding the machine, so my mom couldn't see that I was recording. So yeah, it was, but I remember clearly.
Yeah, I mean, I also taped the Real Madrid game at home with Del Piero and Napfat. I have that one. We had that one on tape. It's probably gone. The Basel one, for some reason, with all the snow. I don't know if anyone remembers that one. That was a crazy game. The Lech Poznan game with all the snow. That was also crazy. I actually missed.
I miss the orange ball and snow. It has a feeling to it.
Orange ball and snow reminds me of the Galatasaray game.
Oh my god, yes.
That was a mad one because that was just played middle of the day. I remember just running out of school because it's Wednesday, so we have half a day over here, school way. And I remember going to the Juve club, watching that game. I wish I didn't. That was horrible. That was absolutely horrible.
And the fact that it was Schneider just made it worse.
The fact that it looked like they actually planted potatoes overnight on that pitch was mad. It was like the ball was just bouncing around. That was not football. They were just kicking. But then again, it was Conte in the Champions League, so that pitch could have been, the best pitch ever, and we still managed to lose that game for some reason. But this one, and then we will wrap it up. 3 chances a lot against Genoa, and set pieces are a very big part of any game. Inter was good at set pieces. I cannot even recall 3 chances against Genoa, to be honest.
Chances. They did not have any chances. There's no way they had 3 chances.
Because it's a João Mario block. Di Gregorio saved one, but I thought it was going out anyways, that shot. But he saved it. And then they hit the crossbar. I don't think that's a lot. Also because one of their chance, was a shot from outside of the box. For me, a chance is you got outplayed, and a goal line save from a long range shot. Okay, that's a crazy shot. But when people are like, but they had 20 shots on targets, I'm like, yeah, but all 20 shots were from so far off. I expect a half decent goalkeeper to keep them out. I don't. It's like when people bring up stats. Oh my God, we have 25. You see it on Twitter. 25 shots and the opponent won. And then you look at the shots, I'm like, yeah, I mean, cool for the other opponent because you're not breaking them down. You're just taking random shots, you know. So again, that's just my opinion. I didn't feel we were conceding against those teams, but I think that's a good thing for me to have. Against Inter, it's going to be completely different, and against Dortmund as well, for sure. Even though we played that preseason game against Dortmund, they didn't have really chances as well. There also a lot of shots from outside of the box. But yeah. Something tells me that Juve time is here. Well, I hope you're right. What's our strength this season, guys? I think the speed and the technique we have.
The front six.
It could also be our downfall, you know, if they all play
Yeah.
like Conceição. But that's a strength, I think, this season.
For sure.
That's a strength. Okay, people, we're gonna wrap this one up. Everybody who tuned in, and actually is gonna rewatch it because during preseason, content is dead. You know, I don't even watch podcasts during preseason. Like I listen to a lot of podcasts during preseason. I skip a lot of them because it's not much to talk about. You know, when games get back, you know, things happen. And hopefully for once this season, since starting this channel, good things will happen. Because I think we only won 2 Coppa Italias, right? Since the channel started? Yeah. With Pirlo.
I think so, yeah.
And with Allegri. But I mean, that was good on the day, but the day after was a reality check from damn. Just great top 4 again. But yeah, people, that's it. I will be back, live on Sunday. We will be back. Whoever will be back to break down the game, and then it's a build up to Dortmund. But hopefully Saturday, good result, a win, so we can all have a peaceful weekend, you know, and not stressing about Dortmund. But thanks for coming on in the chat, people. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys on Saturday. Ciao.